Hey everyone, Richard Robbins here. Well, the numbers are in for Edmonton for the month of April. Two numbers to keep in mind. Number one is this. Look at the number of sales. Remember, when sales are down, what it means is your pie got smaller. There's less sales available to salespeople like yourself. The second is your months of inventory. Just because your sales go down, it doesn't mean your prices are going to go down unless your months of inventory goes up. Because that means, obviously, there's more competition to sell, and people are probably going to be, more realistic with their price. So let's have a look at those two numbers. So first of all, if we look at sales, we've got active listings, we've got months of inventory, we've got average price, and we've got days in the market. If we go back to January, we did 799 sales, went to 1,057. Okay, in February, went to 1,166 in March. Now, normally this number here would be substantially higher than February as we start to move into a spring market. It was up a little bit, but keep in mind that COVID-19 didn't have an effect in the first 2 weeks of March, only had an effect in the last 2 weeks of March. And then you can see April, we dropped down to 750, which is down by 35, almost 36% from what it was in March. Now, you look at your listings here, you can see in March we had 7,200, 7,200, we had 6,850. Now, the listings are not changing that dramatically, but what is changing is the amount of sales. So, of course, what happens to your months of inventory? We're at 7.8, 6.5, 6.2, and up to 9.6. So right now, according to this, we've moved in what we call a buyer's market. Now, if you look here, this was April of last year opposed to April of this year. We did 1,684 sales, and you can see we went down to 750. We're off by 55.5%. So it shows you, our sales are off by well over 50% from what they were last April. What about prices? Well, they're going to be down, aren't they? We were at 365 last April. Now we're sitting at 354. Now what I've done is I've created a couple other graphics for you here. Now you can download these slides if you want, so you can use these on presentations or maybe just because you want to study them. But what this shows you is your months of inventory for 17, 18, and 19 and the first 4 months of this year. But you can see, look, we started here right around 8 months of inventory in January. We were starting to slide down, and normally what happens this time of year, it continues to go down. But then what happened in March, okay, you can see first 2 weeks were pretty good, then it went off a little bit because of COVID, and then it shot up to 9.6. So this is a really cool graph to be showing buyers and sellers, and the other thing that I put in here for you was your numbers of sales, the active listings, and the months of inventory of April from 2012 right through to 2020. And I think this is really cool stuff to be showing buyers and sellers what's going on in your marketplace. So here's the deal. A lot of people, they're sort of say, well, what do you think's going to happen? Well, what's going to happen in May is obviously we're going to start to move out. There's going to be less, if you want to call it, social isolation. We're going to see more stores starting to open up, golf courses, garden centers, that sort of thing. We're moving back to what I call the new normal. It won't be the old normal, but we're going to start to move back to the new normal. You're going to see more sales take place in May than we did in April. I don't think there's any question about that. What's going to happen with inventory? I don't know yet. So in other words, will months of inventory start to drop down? I don't know the answer to that yet. However, here's what I do suggest. Here's what I found with agents. Some people are out there, they've been out there grinding it, working hard through this whole thing. They are an essential service. Then there's other people that haven't been. There's other people that I think maybe used it as an excuse. Oh, I don't really feel like going out and working right now. There's some people that are truly afraid. They don't want to go out and become infected. And then there's other people that have children at home and they can't get out there. But I'm looking at it saying, if you want to get things started, I think now's the time. Now is the time to be booking listing appointments, starting to meet with buyers. Do it safely, of course, but let people know you're in the game. Because think about it. Even with this, yes, they were down by over 50%, but that still means there was lots of sales that were taking place and there's lots of listings out there. So there is lots of opportunity. The key is, are you going to go find it? I hope this was helpful. And remember, everybody, it's a beautiful life. Make it count.